Thank you for being with Jesus Christ Prison Ministry. Thank you for coming and studying with us. We are studying Psalms chapter 2. Why do the nations conspire and the peoples plot in vain? The kings of the earth take their stand and the rulers gather together against the Lord and against his anointed one. Let us break their chains, they say, and throw off their fetters. How true that is. Look at the nations today. All the nations, all the churches, all the governments, the schools. Everyone is trying to break the chains of God. The scientists are trying to prove that there is no God, that we have evolved. That's not true. It's not possible. Of course, they don't want to tell you that, even though they know it. They're doing everything in their power to separate the created from the Creator. But God loves us so much. He is trying so hard to bring us to Him so that we can prosper and be blessed. But the peoples plot in vain. The kings of the earth, the scientists, they are all conspiring against God. They don't want to be under God. They have the spirit of Lucifer in their life. He's the original rebellion against God. And he brought it to this planet. And look at the devastation it has caused. Let us break their chains, they say, and throw off their fetters. There is no law. We don't need to keep that law. Are you kidding? The law that says do not kill, we don't need to keep that? Well, look around you. Look at all the killing taking place because you have declared that we don't need to keep the law. You are responsible. You pastors, you churches, you denomination that are teaching saved by grace are responsible for the murders and the mass killings that are taking place because you're not teaching people to stand humbly before the Lord and to obey His 10 commandments, to stop killing, to stop coveting, to honor their parents, to break the 10 commandments Sabbath. It is your fault. God is trying to put within the heart the law that brings salvation, the law that brings peace and joy. But those that fight against the law of God fight against God, and the heart is becoming wicked. The one enthroned in heaven laughs. The Lord scoffs at them. Then He rebukes them in His anger and terrifies them in His wrath, saying, I have installed my King on Zion, my holy hill. I will proclaim the decree of the Lord. He said to me, You are my son. Today I have become your father. Ask of me, and I will make the nations your inheritance, the ends of the earth your possession. You will rule them with an iron scepter. You will dash them to pieces like pottery. You may fight against Jesus Christ, but God has set Him up as King of kings and Lord of lords. Jesus Christ is the ruler, and He will judge the world with justice and righteousness. Man is wicked. He has no idea what justice is without the law of God. And the churches are working so hard today with governments to do away with the God, to do away with His law, and the heart's becoming so wicked. Therefore, you kings, be wise. Be warned, you rulers of the earth. Serve the Lord with fear and rejoice with trembling. Kiss the Son, lest He be angry and you be destroyed in your way, for His wrath can flare up in a moment. Blessed are all those who take refuge in Him. We will be blessed. We will be glorified. We will have the honor of God if we will simply do all in our power to magnify His law. That's what it's all about. God's law is His character. By putting His law within our hearts, we will have the character of God. And there will be peace in our lives. Oh, the world will come against us. In the world, we will have trouble, trials, tribulations, persecution. But in our hearts, we have peace because we are living as God has commanded us. If the world would accept God's law, it would have peace. But what you see in the world today with all the terrorism, with all the murders, with all the problems and trials, it is because our churches have turned away from Jesus Christ and His law. They have put a substitute in its place, man-made wisdom, man-made opinions, and all of that has nothing to do with peace and prosperity. Thank you for joining me and Jesus Christ Prison Ministry.